Stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. We rocking out, we rocking out. Stand by, stand by. Shout out to whoever's in the chat. Ready to rock out, pal?
Yeah. Did you check your DM?
No.
Check it real quick.
Yeah. I have no choice right now. Would you rather not? I thought about it. I thought about it as soon as it hit it. Yo, check it out. Shout out to everyone that's watching right now. This is the Casual Experts right here with my guy Mike Theory. My name is LA Icon in case you didn't know. Shout out to everyone watching here at home. I am shirtless right now. As you can see the little laundry basket right there. It's laundry day. No, I'm lost in the sauce. But it's going to be a great day of boxing today. Boxing news. Did you see the Eubank and Conor Benn fight? Mm-hmm. Damn. I did not watch it, but we're definitely about to take a look at some highlights. You want to see some highlights real quick?
Trying to slip inside the jab of Eubank and throw his own left hook as well.
Oh.
Just missing with the right there. Better though, he stepped in behind the left hook.
Much better round from Conor Benn and a bit of blood from the nose of Eubank, whose jab just hasn't had the precision. It's fought at a much higher level.
Ben looked a little aggressive, huh?
Yeah, he came out pretty aggressive.
And Conor left hook with a left hook.
He could take a punch though.
Eubank?
When you let him
Benn.
fire his jabs go.
Ben's a smaller guy.
No, yeah, yeah.
Then
Oh.
you put the right hand on the end of it, but good work with the left hook from Eubank.
You can see the difference too. Look at like
Mhm.
how bigger Eubank is.
Oh.
I think doing a better job than a lot of
Oh.
people.
Let's go. Oh, he's abusing him. Okay. Oh, that's nasty work. Look at his face. Yeah, he felt it too. That's right. Oh.
I'll tell you what, it was a nice right to the body though from Eubank.
That little shoulder, huh?
Hey, that fool, Eubank Jr. is not bad. Oh! Oh, God damn. I'm not going to lie. I need to see that again.
Yeah.
It's really heating up in there.
The whole fight was
Hey, fool, that was nasty. Oh, Ben. Ben's hurt. I don't care what anyone says. He got rocked. He has to have a brain bleed or something. Look at Turkey just sitting there with his arms crossed, loving it. You saw that?
yeah.
Oh! Oh, we missed a banger, fool.
The crazy thing is, well, you missed it. I watched most of it.
You said the last round. Oh!
From like the 8th on.
Oh!
The crazy thing is that Connor Benn's dad and Eubank's dad, they sat pretty close to each other watching the fight.
Oh! No one fell, huh?
No knockdown.
Ooh! I have a new respect for both of these gentlemen.
No, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie. So look, right now, I was making the cover for this. My compadre right here was like, "Let's go live." I was like, "Damn, let's do it." So I made the cover, and in making this cover, which is this right here, I said, they're gonna probably. I said they're probably gonna think that skull back there next to Canelo because nobody knows these fools. Damn, I feel bad for saying that, and I'm saying it now to say, because obviously only me and him heard it, not you guys. I'm saying it now to say, Eubank Jr. put in work, fool.
He did.
Those fools fought. Damn.
And then you just gotta give it, like, you gotta give the respect, the heart that Connor Benn showed. Just being,
he did his thing too.
Yeah, he never backed down. He stayed in front of him the whole time.
Yeah. And what was it? Just like a legacy fight, like their family feud type vibe is the selling point. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. No way. Let it rip.
Am I good now? Mighty Brook, am I good now?
So strange. I'm gonna have to hear this on the live real quick on my actual phone.
Mighty Brook, let me know if I'm good.
I'll tell you right now, brother. We're gonna get this dialed in here. So what do you think about the next card coming up? Nah, you're good. I can hear you.
I'm good. All right. Well, just so just one thing. Okay, good. So just one thing about the Eubank and the Connor Benn thing is that there is a rematch. There is a rematch clause. So that the rematch clause does exist. So that's potentially we can get another rematch for this fight, or Connor Benn goes back down to like 147, 154, and tries to fight for a belt. Because after this performance that he lost, but you lost to a bigger guy, and everybody was expecting Connor Benn to get knocked out because of the Eubank's power, because of the weight and all that stuff. But he can take that shot. So his chin's valid. He just needs some minor adjustments, and he can probably make this fight a lot closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so we'll see if we get this rematch again, or if Connor Benn goes down to back to 147 or even 154 and try to fight for a belt. But I don't know. Great fight.
Honestly, I would love to see that fight in person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Dang, Mighty Brook fought a couple of days ago. Got it done in the first round. Just an update on the journey. Shout out to Mighty Brook. Shout out to Mega.
That's right.
No, that's right. That's super dope.
There you go. Matty Brook.
I would love to see the Eubank Jr. I would love to see the Eubank Jr. fight versus Conor Benn fight in person. In person. That was nasty. Imagine being ringside for that.
And
It's so fire.
Dude, nonstop action the whole fight. So that's crazy.
Imagine all of these events being open to the public. I mean, all of these fights.
The May 2nd card is a crazy card. It would have been dope if that May 2nd card they finagled us. They finessed us a little bit.
Nasty.
We were planning the trip. We were planning the trip to go out there, but we're not special enough to get picked by Turkey. So
300 tickets
for special, but Turkey's only picking is like special guest invite. So
I'm sure a couple of people could finesse it. You know what I'm saying? Like Oscar's gonna be like, "Yo, Holly wants to bring her little cousin, G," like type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think everything's gonna be cool over there. Honestly, though, it would have been open to the public for the grand arrival, which is today. Public workout tomorrow. Press conference the day after. Ceremonial weigh-in. All of those things were open to the public. It's going to be pandemonium for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I feel bad for whoever has to go through there for work.
Let's start. We'll go from bottom up. So Teofimo Lopez. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza Jr. That's going to be for the WBO super lightweight title. You know, Lopez 12-1, 13 KOs. Barboza 32-0, 11 KOs. How do you see this fight going? Like, what do you expect out of both of these fighters?
Honestly, I don't know what to expect from Teofimo. He is good, regardless of what version we see of him. They're both good, you know what I mean? So we can't be mad at that. But I expect Arnold Barboza to turn it all the way up. I think this is the moment he's been waiting for. He's been saying he wanted to fight this fool for years. It's finally in front of him. I feel like he has a lot of fire inside that he's about to unleash on this fool. And I really, 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 really... I mean, again, I know boxing analysts and boxing news people and journalists are supposed to be unbiased, but Arnold Barboza is my boy. And I really, really hope this fool does his dance and beats him. I really hope so, and I'm prepared to place a wager on it. Shout out to all the people in Vegas. What do you think?
Well, you got Teofimo. Well, Teofimo, he's like a dynamic fighter. That's what he's known for. He's known for his power punching, and then he has crazy angles because he's fast. You know, so that's what he's known for. Then we got Barboza. He's methodical. He plans everything out, and his fundamentals are very solid. So he has a solid foundation, and he's very methodical with his approach. Him and his dad, they go and they watch a lot of film. His dad breaks down a lot of film, and so they're going to come in with a solid game plan. And he's a type of fighter that he sticks to his game plan. Like he's going to go out there and he's going to work his game plan, and that's why a lot of these fights. I know Teofimo's had mentioned, he's barely won these fights. Well, yeah, because he's fighting good opponents and he's sticking to the game plan. He's not going out there and switching his game plans up in the middle or not listening to the advice of his corner. He's very disciplined. He's a very disciplined fighter. So that's what I see in this fight. I see our Barboza going out there, working his jab and sticking to his game plan and disrupting Teofimo's rhythm. Because once Teofimo gets into his rhythm, he starts working those angles, he starts hopping around. That's when he's dangerous. You know, so Barboza going in there, sticking to the game plan and disrupting the rhythm of Teofimo Lopez, and Barboza wins by decision.
That was a great explanation, Pedro. I can't lie. Honestly,
and I don't see Teofimo knocking him out because Teofimo, he hasn't had no knockouts at 140. Everybody talks about the power. Yes, he does have the pop and he does have power, but I haven't seen it at 140 pounds. So from just watching these fights, I don't think that Teofimo Lopez power has carried over from 135. and then Barboza has a chin. Like so I don't see Lopez getting the knockout, and I just see the ring rust. People say, I know we asked this question to like other fighters, and they say that it's all mental, and Teofimo has shown some mental weakness in previous fights. So you know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing I see.
I respect it. Yeah, man, Teofimo.
I like him though. He's
he's hard. If he was fighting anybody else, I'd be going for Teofimo all day. You know what I'm saying? But I really think Arnold Barboza wants it a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But we can't take anything away from Teofimo Lopez because he's highly capable. He's where he is because of his skills and overcoming adversity and things of that nature. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. No, I feel it.
Who's next on the lineup? Haney and Ramirez.
So Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. Haney's record, suspect record, 31-0, 15 knockouts. Ramirez 29-2, 18 KOs. Now we got Haney. He's a technical boxer. You know, he got defense. His suspect defense now, but his ring IQ is before the Ryan Garcia fight. Devin Haney was a good defensive fighter. His ring IQ was really is good, but it's just there's a lot of questions going into this next fight because of what happened in that Ryan Garcia fight. Well, Jose Ramirez, you know, he thrives with volume punching, so he's gonna throw a lot of punches. He's gonna be relentless with his aggression. He's gonna he's a pressure fighter, and he does got knockout power. And now he's coming up to 147. Is that power going to be heavier? Is going to be able to carry the power up? How is he going to carry the weight at 147? Is his body going to be more fresher because he's not cutting all that weight? Devin Haney as well. He's not going to be cutting weight. But if the big questions, you know, there's a lot of big questions in this fight because of Ramirez's loss to Barboza, because of Haney's loss to Ryan Garcia. Those are those questions. Is Ramirez on the backside of his career? Does Devin Haney is he still in his head because of those power punches? How much those knockdowns take from him? So this is going to be a very interesting fight. To me, this fight is 50-50 just because of those questions. Like you're going in, you got two guys that are going to come here that need to prove something. You got Ramirez, champion, Olympic champion, coming in here trying to prove that 140 wasn't my weight class. I'm too old for 140 now. Like I'm a man. I need to carry this weight on me. So I'm gonna be a better fighter at 147 because I'm not cutting that weight. Devin Haney's gonna come in trying to show, yes, I lost because of those whatever you want to question, those PEDs, whatever. And he's gonna come in and say, look, I worked on those holes in my game. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show that I've been good. So to me, this fight is 50-50.
No, I feel you on Devin Haney. He's been off since he lost, obviously, right? But I mean, it's given him time to analyze his previous performance and make hopefully the necessary adjustments. But the question remains, whatever fine-tuning he does, has it been like sufficient to like counteract Ramirez's like relentless style and power? I mean, we really don't know because like I think who was it? For sure Gabe Rosado's been going in on this Haney and his team and everything about that. And Gary Russell, I think's even been going in on him. You know what I'm saying? We have to really consider like Ramirez has like super formidable skills. You know what I mean? And his performance against Barboza, even though he lost, it showed that he has a lot of resilience and he could close out a fight really strong, and that for sure would be like advantageous against Haney. You know what I'm saying? For sure we already know that Ramirez is a big time pressure fighter. Yeah. I think his aggressive style and approach and his ability to apply pressure constantly is gonna really pose like a significant challenge for this Haney. He's made a gang of obvious mistakes and his other. Oh shit! This fool's gone. Where'd this fool go? I was going off.
I know that's why I didn't interrupt you. Can you hear me still?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Point is Haney's gonna probably lose, Pedro. You were gone. I looked up and you were gone.
I know. I saw it. Because I'm watching. I had the live. I saw it, but I didn't. You're going in, so I didn't say nothing. I was just like, hopefully it comes back.
It wasn't. I wonder why that happened to you. Anyways, long story short, prediction wise, what do I got prediction wise? I mean, really, this is really gonna just. We're gonna see Haney's ability to adapt and see how resilient this food could be. Yeah. We already know that the chin is in question. The chin is in question, and if this fool Ramirez imposes aggressive style and capitalizes on any defensive lapses, he's gonna win, dog. And that's just what it is. I don't know.
For real. No, that's exactly what it is. Like, that's why I say this fight is 50-50. Of course, I'm leaning towards Ramirez just because of the fact of like that's a big question, like of getting beat the way you did in that last fight. No matter if they took you got your O back, you got your 0 back, you're undefeated again. That doesn't change the fact of the knockdowns.
You got rocked.
Exactly. So that doesn't change that. Like, yeah, you have your 0 back. Cool. Congrats. But that doesn't change the fact of those knockdowns and how brutal the beating was. So now you're going into a fight with a pressure fighter that throws power punches and he likes to go to the body. So he's gonna go to the body. He's gonna pressure you, and he's not in there scared of getting knocked out. Like, he's not scared of Devin Haney's power. So the pressure of going in, of keeping attacking, there's no threat really there. So that's the big question, and that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Jose Ramirez in this fight. But this fight is really a 50-50 fight.
Nah, I think it's 70-30 in Ramirez's favor. We have too many questions. There's no questions about Jose Ramirez. This is all about this fool's chin, Haney's chin, and Haney's we're like really just where he's at with everything. Like that's got to be intense for his team and his people around him. Like, fuck, is this fool gonna be all right?
The questions with Jose is he past his prime?
Don't talk about the homie like that, G. Nah, I feel it.
No, but that's the question. That's what's going on in the media. That's what's going on. That's what's circulating. Those are the questions. It's like, is he past his prime? Is his mind still here for it? Like, is 147 going to be a better weight class? These are all questions for him as well. But like I said, I'm leaning slightly towards him just because of the Devin Haney has the bigger questions. But if Devin Haney comes out and shows that he can take the punch, he's not affected, he's ready to put that last fight behind him, and he's able to go in there and box and keep Jose Ramirez at a distance, then I can see you. If he does those things, then he can potentially edge out the fight in a decision. But the questions are a lot bigger on Devin Haney's side, so that's why I'm leaning towards Jose Ramirez. I feel like Jose Ramirez is refocused, is going to be a lot healthier at 147. He's not cutting all that weight. That's a big thing. Cutting all that weight at 140, it's a big factor. So he's going to have more endurance in these fights to be able to keep up that pressure for all 12 rounds. That's the reason why I'm leaning towards him. But this is boxing, and you just never know.
Literally. I don't know. I guess we're going to see how it goes. Prediction?
I'm leaning towards Jose Ramirez decision.
All right. I respect. Damn. I don't know. I've been hit by Jose Ramirez. That fool hits really, really hard. He hits really, really hard. Let there be no questions about that. He has more than a 65% knockout ratio or something like that. Maybe 60. More than half.
What's your prediction?
I want to say Jose KO, but Jose decision. Jose decision, and then after he's gonna get sued and shit.
Yeah.
Grimy.
This
Well,
fool's gonna write it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that.
nah, let it rock. Ryan Garcia, 24
Yeah.
and 1.
Yeah. So Ryan Garcia versus Rolando Romero.
16 and 3. He's lost, huh?
Yeah, he's lost twice. They're fighting. So they're fighting for the WBA regular welterweight title. So that's it's the vacant WBA regular welterweight title.
Shout out to the 147.
Ryan Garcia, 24 and 1, 20 KOs. Romero, 16 and 2, 13 KOs.
They have very similar knockout ratios right there
Yeah.
to me. That's fire.
Tank has came out and said that Rolly hits harder than Ryan.
You think he's just hating?
No, I don't think Tank was hating. I think Tank.
He was shooting it for real.
Yeah, and Ryan Garcia, he even said like he probably does hit harder than me. But the thing is, he's not as fast as Ryan. So Ryan's able to hide those punches and throw punches where you don't see him coming from. That's how you get knockouts. When you're able to precisely pinpoint your shot, and then you're able to throw a shot where the opponent doesn't see where it's coming from. So.
Nah, yeah. As far as like fighter profile type analysis, obviously Ryan has exceptional hand speed, a vicious left hook, and obviously we know he has power. His weaknesses, he occasionally has like defensive lapses, and he's slightly vulnerable to counter punching. This fool Rolando Romero obviously is extremely aggressive, always moving forward regardless, extreme punching power, and his weaknesses is also
Defensive
vulnerabilities, a questionable chin, and but he's been knocked out by Gervonta and Isaac Cruz.
Did you see that clip that they posted? It was like a face-to-face with Ryan Garcia and Rolly.
No, when was it from?
I just seen it the other day, yesterday.
The Times Square shit?
No.
A press conference?
Yeah, it's just them two face-to-face with Chris, I think the guy from the Zone, and it's hilarious. There's a certain part in there where they're going back and forth, and he says Ryan's telling Rolly that your chin is questionable, and he said that Isaac Cruz had you looking for Easter eggs in the ring. It's a lot. It's funny, but it's a lot funnier with the way Ryan says it because it's hilarious. But they're going back and forth, and I don't know. I just see Ryan taking this fight. It's just he got knocked out by Cruz, by Pitbull Cruz. Like it's just that chin is super questionable. You're coming off, I don't know. But and then Ryan's just motivated right now. He's coming off that year suspension due to the that failed drug test. He looks better, in a better headspace. He looks more focused. And then Romero, he's coming off the losses to Isaac Cruz, and he's also looking to prove himself, coming off that loss. And this is a fight that Rolly's been calling out for a long time.
Yeah, facts.
I just feel Ryan just has the advantage. I feel Ryan's grown as a fighter more than Rolly has.
I think this is going to be a short fight. I think it's going to be a short fight. Both of these fools have extremely vicious offensive styles. Like we both agreed, they both have defensive flaws, so they're vulnerable to getting slept. Well, Ryan hasn't necessarily been slept before or whatever, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like he could still get rocked.
He can still get rocked because we saw in that sparring in the sparring videos that we watched that he did get hurt. Ryan did get hurt, and that was with headgear. But getting slept, I feel Ryan has the advantage of putting him out.
Nah, yeah, I feel it. I know for sure Romero needs to close the distance, and land as many heavy shots as possible to keep this fool Ryan on the move or whatever. And he's gonna have to knock him out before he establishes control, because every time we saw these sparring sessions, which are available to be viewed on our channel as well, he once it was the 6th round, he started turning up significantly. Again, it was sparring, so we don't know why he took to the 6th round to get really in his bag, but he did. And as far as Garcia goes, he needs to utilize his speed and just really outmaneuver this fool Romero and really avoid any like prolonged exchanges with this fool, because we don't know what's gonna happen with Rollies' power if this fool's landing vicious punches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then they're both going up to 147 as well. So is Rollies' power going to translate at 147? He's going to be better because he's not cutting weight as well. We know Ryan's going to be better at 147 because he can't make that weight. He can't make 140. He struggled numerous times with making 140, 135. So at 147, he's going to be more healthier at 147. So I think that's his weight class. And if he wins, like, he gets that WBA regular bout, that just puts him up to fight a Mario Barrios, to fight Boots, to fight Brian Norman Jr. Like there's the guys that have bouts. So once you have that WBA regular bout, do you go and you fight the Boots Ennis, or you go and take a Mario Barrios fight? I think Mario Barrios that would be a big fight. The Boots Ennis would be a big fight. So there's a lot of things after the Devin Haney, of course. But so Ryan does have a lot riding on this.
Ultimately, I think this fool he just has superior like technique and superior speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But in this fight he has the experience.
He just got to be vigilant for sure.
Yeah, Rolly's really big open about this, that he doesn't have experience like these other fighters. He started boxing really late. He doesn't have the amateur pedigree that a lot of these fighters have, and so yeah, he says it like, I'm still learning how to fight, but he has that power. You know, that's the equalizer. He has power, but it doesn't always save you if you're not able to put it all together.
Prediction?
Ryan Garcia I think I said this like rounds 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there, that the fight ends for Ryan Garcia.
I'll give him round 3.
Knockout round 3?
Knockout round 3. TKO or KO. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to maybe make a legit wager in that fashion. What about what do you think of, go ahead, get it off.
I was just gonna say we kind of agree on most of these fights, so like it would be cool if you went against me so we can like do something crazy. Like you should have to shave your mustache if you lose, and I'll shave my beard if you lose, but we agree on most of these fights.
Nah, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna disagree on any of these other fights right now. Like,
yeah, disagree on. If you lose, you have to shave your mustache and your goatee. Now, if I lose, I have to shave my beard.
Damn. I'm like, I have to be on camera way more than you, Pedro. I'll just shave my head. How about that?
And let your hair grow.
Dang.
You gotta let your hair grow. Let your hair grow and get a hard part.
Big pause, hard part though. Hey, you want to know what? I'm looking at this. There's some all right. This is gonna be a good. The Canelo fight's gonna be a good fight.
It is.
I don't mean the Canelo fight itself. I mean the card. It got Jaime Munguia versus Big Bruno, who gave him the business.
That fight slept on right now. No one's really talking about that fight. Like that's the get back. Jaime Munguia he's going in there to get his get back. He got knocked out by this guy. He didn't even get knocked out by Canelo. He got knocked out by fucking Bruno, whatever his name is, Soros, or how do you say that name?
Suras.
Yeah. So he got knocked out by him, but he didn't get knocked out by Canelo. So it's a get back fight for sure. I think that fight ends. That fight's gonna end early. Munguia is gonna come out training with Canelo. That fight ends under 6. Doesn't go past 6 rounds.
Did you just say that Munguia is gonna lose again, or did you say he's gonna win?
No, he's gonna win.
Okay.
You trying to look for a bet?
Low key. Yeah. I'm just making sure we're on the same page here.
So you got William Skull and I got Canelo.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's run it.
About Munguia and Suras, I think in the last fight, Munguia was definitely asserting his dominance. In the second round, he almost slept that fool. No, yeah, he got up, but
he knocked him down.
He definitely
was winning that fight. He was clearly winning the fight, and he just got caught with that overhand and didn't see it coming in.
Yeah,
was it.
it was just like a brief lapse in this Munguia's defense, and he got hit with an overhand right.
But that's always been a big thing about Jaime Munguia is the defense. He's been rocked in multiple fights, and a lot of these fights he's been rocked, and he comes back and wins. He just has that the chin, and he's able to recover kind of fast, and he just had the Mexican style. He's just relentless pressure, but that's always been a question for Munguia. So hopefully, training with Canelo, he can learn some head movement.
I've trained with him, and well, let me rephrase that because I didn't train with Jaime Munguia. I was in one of his training camps, and he trains hard, fool.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a strength and conditioning camp with Andy, the Elite Smith. Shout out to that wonderful gentleman. But anyways, where I'm going with this is mentally, he seems strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But imagine being the man the way he was, and then this is not like the type of loss that Devin Haney got where he just was repeatedly getting his shit rocked. This was more of he was dominating, and then he just got caught. You know what I mean? So I think this rematch has like super psychological impact at hand. You know what I mean? And I hope.
And that's why I never mentioned it, because I don't think Munguia is affected by it at all. I don't think he thinks about it. I don't think I think he knows that he was winning that fight, and he just made one small error, and that's boxing. It's a I don't want to say game because everybody says you don't play boxing, but it's a game of inches. You win by an inch, you can lose by an inch, and that's what it is. He was pulling back, he just didn't bring his hand up, and he got caught, and like that's a small mistake. So he knows that. Now he's with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo's camp. They're over there training. I feel like he doesn't make that mistake anymore. Yeah,
he really just needs to focus on like head movement, like you're saying. Having a tighter guard, like really keep your fucking hands up. It's like, my son's in boxing training I always say, number one rule, keep your hands up.
Yeah,
that's like the number one rule.
Always be ready. You keep your hands up, tight guard. Always be ready.
He needs to have like a better ring awareness to avoid any counters. He can't have too much reckless aggression, which was kind of what led to his downfall before. He needs to balance his offense and be patient, and just really select when he's placing his punches or whatever. And
when he's moving backwards, he needs to not move backwards on a straight line.
Facts.
Like you're coming back on a straight line. That's how you get caught with stuff. Especially if you don't see it coming because you're trying to move out of the way. You're moving back and you're not having your hands up. You're coming back on the straight line. If I just throw it, you're gonna be in my general vicinity. But if I'm coming back and I'm moving to the cutting the angle to the right or to the left, that overhand, that straight overhand, it's not gonna be there. It's not gonna hit you because you're moving out of the target zone.
And I really think he needs to focus on hitting him a little bit more in the body to slow down the Frenchman's mobility. Because really, that fool was on it. You know what I mean? He absorbed a lot of headshots. So clearly he has a chin. So we need to focus on his body a little bit. For Bruno to win, he just needs to stay composed and
just pray for that lucky punch again.
Yeah, he needs to stay composed. And capitalize on any and all mistakes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of defensive vulnerabilities Munguia got, and he just has a tendency to leave himself open. You know what I'm saying? By not keeping his fucking hands up. And if he could disrupt Munguia's rhythm, he'll have opportunities to score. You know what I'm saying? So and controlling the pace. If he could try to like keep disrupting him and not let him settle into his little aggressive shit that Munguia does, then it'll frustrate him and it'll lead to him making more mistakes, and then come back with that, with that overhand right. This is meant for Munguia to get his redemption. If he doesn't get his redemption, then that fool is fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Low key. I was aware of it this time. I was aware of
Yeah.
you disappearing this time. Don't trip.
Well, my whole screen went blank, so I was like, "Oh shit!"
I kind of stammered. I was like, "Yeah," while I brought you back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This gives opportunity for Bruno Suras to prove that that shit wasn't luck. You know what I'm saying? And if he beats him again, fucking Mugia, big dog. I hope you got some feed my investments. Because damn, this is devastation. Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, because it ruined a lot of fights that I wanted to see.
Haha.
Like after he lost that fight, I was like, bro, like there's a Caleb Plant out there. There's Berlanga. There's the Charlos. There's like all those guys fighting each other is freaking good fights.
Mm-hmm.
Blockbuster fights. So, what are your thoughts? Let's go into the main card, the main event. What are your thoughts on the Canelo Alvarez and William Skull fight? It's a unification fight. So whoever wins, getting undisputed. Canelo's potentially a 2-time undisputed at 168, which has never been done. He's the only person that's been undisputed at 168. He's the only Latin.
Hi, son.
His Latin at 160 undisputed right now.
That's fire. That's a vicious stat that you have right there. I like it.
It's a 2-time at a division that's never had an undisputed champion. So that's history. So, what are your thoughts, though?
So look, we don't know a lot about William Skull, but I'll start with him on what I think he needs to do to win. I know a lot of people don't know who he is, but obviously we have to do a little bit of homework on these fools. And he has a obvious, well, it's not obvious if you don't know the stats, but he has a reach advantage that he needs to utilize to keep Canelo at bay and using his jab. Because if he doesn't use his jab and lateral movements to control the distance, obviously we already know what Canelo is going to do. Also, though, the flip side to that is Canelo just has like elite matrix style. You know, the little... You thought you were going to hit him, and he just turns with your punch, and you just don't hit him. Skull needs to establish combinations. He needs to throw him quick. He needs to throw him sharp in combinations, and maybe he could disrupt Canelo's rhythm and score some points. Definitely avoid brawling with this fool. Because if you engage in any type of close quarters play with Canelo, you're going to get your shit rocked. And as much as I want to say that Skull has action, because obviously he got to being the champion by not being a fucking slouch, you know what I'm saying? And even if he is one, he beat all the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, that's got to count for something. For Canelo, he's just going to have to just like really shit on the little homie. Like, you are not experienced at the elite level, my G. Yeah. You've been fighting at the Commerce Casino type fights. You know what I mean? Like, respect
no
shots.
Shade. No shade.
No shade. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You have not been a Madison Square Garden. Yeah. You know what I mean? He just needs to really leverage like his super duper experience. Giving his height and reach advantage. He needs to close the distance, work the body, and just really he just needs to do Canelo to undermine this fool's his rhythm. Counterpunching is the number one thing that's gonna neutralize Skull's jab and his straight punches. And probably go ahead.
If I was William Skull, I am watching the Bivol and Canelo fight, and I'm gonna try to emulate what I can. And it's gonna be very hard to do because Bivol is very technical and he's top tier boxer, you know. But you're a big guy, you're tall, you got the reach. Like, so I'm gonna be watching and try to emulate and take what I can from that Bivol and Canelo fight try to use that to my advantage in this fight with Canelo.
Yeah, I feel like this is I know that it's a large payday for William Skull, life changing. I'm sure. So I mean the loss because he is undefeated. The loss versus the bread ratio is probably significant.
Yeah, but the loss is not going to mean nothing. You're going up against one of the best boxers,
maybe one of the greatest of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you lose to that type of fighter, that's why you have all these. That's why you have Berlanga and Charlo and all these guys like, oh, I didn't get knocked out by Canelo. That's their thing. Like you go in there and you fight Canelo and you go all 12 rounds. It's like a victory.
I feel
You know what I
like
mean? But
Skull for sure probably. I don't know what Skull's mentality is because I don't know this fool from a can of paint, right? But for sure, we know Canelo's on a conquest. He wants all of his belts, and who's gonna say no to such a big payday? I feel like this is a for sure victory for Canelo. Anything could happen in boxing,
yeah, anything we have.
but the likelihood of someone at this very, very, very elite level, in rap, I would call it, what do we call it? S tier. Like there's, you're an elite. This fool's just,
Yeah.
he's just one of the greatest. Fool. He's not gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? This is not a risk for him. Like going to fight Bivol, like where he did everything Canelo does, and he just couldn't break through because that was just too big, too strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna hurt this fool's skull. Like, well, maybe not hurt him like that, but he's gonna put him down. I think. If they don't,
feel it.
yeah, I feel like he's probably gonna sleep Skull.
The thing
Big
too is
pause.
like, William Skull. Yeah, he comes from the Cuban background, like a Cuban boxing background, which is like you get a lot of good fighters out of Cuba and that style of boxing. But I've seen like a couple highlights here and there, and he does get hit a lot. So that's the thing. If he's getting hit by these other guys, Canelo's gonna catch you. He's just you're moving up to the big leagues. It's like going from, it's like playing double A baseball and you're going up and hitting against, trying to hit against
Fucking Nolan Ryan in his prime.
Nolan Ryan in his prime, yeah, in the World Series, the biggest World Series, game tied, like bases loaded, 2 outs, and you're going up and you just came up from AAA and now you're gonna go and try to like win the game for your team, like that's intense. The pressure is gonna be crazy, and you're going up against one of the best to ever do it. So it's just a lot of pressure. But hey, this is boxing.
It's boxing. Are we gonna do like a watch with me type of scenario for the New York card?
The New York card. Yeah, if you want to do the, I know we're gonna record like reactions and shit like that, but are we gonna do like a watch with me? Like I don't
Let's
know.
just do a watch with me.
Maybe because I know there's gonna be people here, so I don't know how that's gonna. We can't have the sound on if we do a watch with me because we'll get flagged. We can do a watch with me with Canelo because nobody's gonna be. It's just gonna be us. And we.
Nah, G, we're gonna get the reaction of everyone in the background.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna record reactions.
But it's
we
too
just-
loud. You're saying.
If we have the sound on, it's gonna pick up in the mics and we can get flagged, copyright infringement. So if we do like a live with me, we can't have the fight on at all, and then we would just watch the fight.
Oh, that's like a me and you in
yeah.
private scenario because of the
because
audio
the
is gonna
Yeah.
infringe us.
Yes, we can do that for Canelo.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, nobody's. But
We're for sure
definitely
recording for the sake of the reactions and things of that nature.
Yes.
Damn. All right. Well, it is what it is. My equipment will be on deck. What else? That's it.
We have Inoue coming back
shit.
The monster returns to the United States.
What day is that fight?
Sunday, May 4th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That
Yep.
shit's crazy. I completely
Now,
forgot.
Undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship that's on the line. So I feel like Inoue runs through him. He's just on a tear right now. Inoue's on a tear. He's too powerful for that weight class. That's
You think he needs to move up?
he's a small guy too. So maybe he could probably go up to 130. He could go up to 130, but we'll see. And then to have Tank come down, that's the fight that everybody wants to see. Tank come down to 130, and you go up to 130, and they meet there. But power punching at his best. That fight's in Las Vegas.
No, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
because I was looking on the website for the stuff, and I was thinking about we were gonna go to New York, fool, but really we could have been at the Inoue fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Turkey fucked it up for all of us, G. I'm not gonna.
I
lie.
almost had tickets to that fight. But
Oh yeah, what happened? You hit me up yesterday, was it? And saying, hey, we might. What happened?
Yeah, we might.
We lost the draw.
Go through.
We lost the draw. He's fighting Ramon Cardenas. Cardenas is cool, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Rafael Espinosa's on the undercard. It'll be dope. What's this fool's? Ramon Cardenas has like a 50-50 knockout ratio. I think he's like 14-0. Obviously, Inoue's 29-0 with 26 knockouts. Held all the titles, etc., etc., etc. Ramon Cardenas is more like super technical with like a very disciplined approach or whatever. I think, Inoue is probably going to take this, despite me wanting Raza to go up. You know what I'm saying? Inoue, fool. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said I just feel like he's just too powerful at that weight class. He's on a tear right now. He's in his prime. Like, he's in his bag right now. Like,
this is like a skull scenario for Cardenas. He's coming up and facing. He's never been in this situation before to fight such a big fighter at this stage. You know what I'm saying? Type of deal.
Yeah. And then Inoue out the gate, I feel like he's just gonna come out the gate. He's gonna pressure Cardenas. He's gonna pressure him. He's gonna go to the body. He's gonna see what Cardenas' defense is like, and then just the experience. You know, utilizing Inoue's experience in there, adapting to adjustments that Cardenas making. Like he has all that in his bag. He's able to make these adjustments on the fly. So because you've seen where Inoue's been knocked down. He's been knocked down. He comes back, makes the adjustments, and then wins the fight by knockout. So that's the experience of Inoue. Cardenas, he does have discipline. So his defense discipline, maintaining a tight defense is going to be very crucial in this fight. Counter punching, trying to just look for those opportunities that may be there to go ahead and counter Inoue and try to, when the Inoue gets overzealous, when he starts to put the pressure on, try to find those openings in that. What else? Stamina. If Cardenas, see if his stamina is there. That's where it's gonna be at. Try to take this fight into the later rounds. If he's able to get past the 6th round, 7th, 8th, into these later rounds, see if he can wear down Inoue in these later rounds. Potentially try to push those pace in those later rounds. But getting to the later rounds is going to be a very big task.
Nah, yeah, I feel it. Yeah. It's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? To say it like this, but Inoue is probably taking it, dog. Taking it.
Yeah.
Like, taking it. Like, give me that.
It's like no disrespect to Ramon or anything like that. It's just
not at all.
You're going up against somebody that's potential. Like, he's in the pound for list for a reason.
Facts.
Like, his power, his track record. He has a 90-something% knockout rate. So it's just like, and we've seen Inoue get dropped and come back and win. So like, his heart's there. He's able to adapt to fighters and change on the fly, like I said. And then that power, just the track record of Inoue, it's hard to go against him. He is the betting favorite. He's like plus 800 or something like that. Or actually, no, he's he's an overwhelming favorite right now. Minus 8,000.
100%. Yeah, that's crazy.
Minus 8,000.
That's crazy.
And then Cardenas is an underdog. He's plus 1,800. So it's just it's hard to go against those odds. Like, it's
like straight up.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got. That's all I got for you, right now, perro.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good to me.
Well, if you guys want to see our reactions, stay posted. We're gonna obviously advertise on social media what exactly we're doing as far as fight coverage from our houses. And yeah, that's it. Anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out, my brother?
Man, just make sure like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your mother, tell your brother, everybody. Let's go.
Why'd you say mom first?
Because moms are always number one.
Let's go. Shout out to everyone. Mother's Day is coming up, huh? Shout out to everyone watching. You sit back and relax, little bud.